In the summer of 1944, German patrols along narrow French roads kept hearing a strange hiss just before dawn. It wasn't artillery. It wasn't aircraft. It was coming from somewhere impossibly small, an ordinary American Jeep that could breathe fire. This is the story of the rocket-launching Jeep, a machine that turns speed and surprise into one of the Allies' most inventive battlefield weapons. In early 1944, Allied engineers were searching for portable firepower to support fast-moving infantry. Tanks were strong but slow. Bazookas were quick but weak. Then a young mechanic at an ordnance depot asked a reckless question. What if a Jeep could fire rockets? The idea sounded absurd until field tests proved otherwise. A prototype was rushed to the front. The 2.36-inch rockets were loaded into simple steel racks bolted above the hood. Soldiers nicknamed it the Grasshopper because it leapt and shook whenever it fired. During the first test, 6 rockets screamed from the tubes, and a German machine gun nest disappeared in a cloud of dust. Command approved production immediately. By August, rocket jeeps were attached to recon units across France. They would race ahead at night, strike, and vanish before German artillery could answer. To the enemy, it seemed like phantom tanks roaming the countryside. One German report described small American wagons that spit fire and vanish into trees. The rocket jeeps weren't just weapons. They became tools of deception. During the push toward the Rhine, Allied units used them to fake tank battalions, launching salvos from different angles to mimic heavy armor. German scouts reported entire divisions that didn't exist. The myth of the roaming rocket columns spread faster than the vehicles themselves. Yet, the weapon came with risk. The blast could flip the Jeep or ignite its fuel tank. One operator joked, "We're driving fireworks in a tin can." Despite the danger, volunteers lined up. They believed mobility and surprise could save lives, and it often did. Rocket jeeps broke ambushes, destroyed blockades, and paved the way for armored columns. After 1945, most rocket jeeps were dismantled and forgotten. But engineers studying them realized the idea of mobile rocket firepower was far ahead of its time. It inspired post-war developments like helicopter rocket pods and modern light strike vehicles. One surviving Jeep rests today in a small museum in Virginia, rusted, silent, but still carrying scorch marks on its hood. The rocket-launching Jeep proved that in war, imagination can be as powerful as armor. It wasn't the biggest or the strongest machine on the battlefield, but it was one of the most unexpected. And somewhere on those quiet French roads, soldiers once swore they could still hear a faint hiss at dawn. The echo of a tiny Jeep that changed the sound of war forever.